Hi guys, my name's Andrew Ogilvie and welcome back to the channel. We're going to be playing some more FIFA 21 on the Hamilton Club and Country Career Mode, and we start off with accepting some offers for our players. Well, in fact, just one offer. The other one is for Want, who's our centre half, and ask St Mirren for a wee bit more money. But thinking about it, we're probably not going to get rid of him. He is one of our better centre halves. He is a starting lineup guy for us right now. As you notice that we're going to be moving into buying our own players. That's the whole ethos for this in this episode, is buy some players and play a game, which is the semi-finals, and we go for Nathan Patterson, the lockdown breaker, as it were. I think this is the boy that broke lockdown for Rangers and ended up getting a fine for it, and we managed to overpay for him slightly. And then overpay for him massively on the wage budget, and I'd learnt my lesson there. I had a wee think about it, and as you can probably hear, we've got no audio. I did have a wee bit of a problem right now, but it does feature back in after this sort of breakthrough here, where we signed Campbell for a straight swap deal with one of our midfielders that we can't use. So it only cost us 40k, and I think that's a fantastic amount of money to be paying for this young prospect. Young talent, Dean Campbell, from Aberdeen. That's really what we're going to be doing, is just trying to sign these players in from Aberdeen, from Celtic, from Rangers, from Hibs. Looking at the top teams in Scotland and trying to pull their youth players and steal them pretty much, and develop them for ourselves, as we pay £800 a week. I mean, it's not as much as Nathan Patterson, but I learnt my lesson. I'm not giving them massive amounts. But like I said, I had some problems with recording. I lost the footage for Josh Doig, who we managed to sign for a measly fee, and we managed to pick him up on a decent wage budget too, as we end up rejecting, like I said, for Want, and Moyo sold, so gave us a wee bit more money in the transfer budget, which I was absolutely ecstatic to have, because I'm going to be looking to sort of fill out each position now. We've got 3 strikers in the team, we don't need 3, so I'm going to try and get rid of one of them. We've only got 2 left mids, we've only got 1 right mid, we've only got 1 cam, we've got 3 or 4 central midfielders, but 2 of them are pretty weak in my opinion. I'm going to try and get rid of them now that Campbell's come in. And at the last game, Anderson scored a hat-trick, so I did start him in this game. Hopefully he was going to get us a good result, or a good wee turnaround for us in this episode. In this game, should I say. I started all 3 of the new signings, and Patterson, just give the ball straight to him, see what he can do. Hopefully he develops into like a Tavernier for us, like 3 years down the line we're lifting the cup. Because realistically, I don't think we're gonna be winning the league anytime soon. I think maybe 2 to 3 years is our depends on how the levels that they get. It doesn't it really. I'm signing a lot of young players, but next on the list is going to be a centre half for us. As you can see, straight from kick-off, I'm putting hundreds of pressure on them, and I changed the tactics. So I left this in just to sort of show the tactics. As I'm pushing up the field, I'm aggressive in the way that I play, because I feel like, especially playing these lower league teams, well, not lower league teams, they're probably a top league team, but like a lower star team, the passing's not going to be fantastic, as Anderson makes a great run, but just doesn't have the legs, and it falls back to Templeton, luckily enough, and we slot it in for our first goal. It's a great wee bit of movement. I absolutely love that movement from Anderson. I feel like 9 times out of 10 you're going to get a chance away, and Anderson, that was your 1 time out of 10 where he never managed to get the shot away and hit the keeper. Well, I don't even know how it happened, but it rebounded its way out, or he tried to touch it. I did have him shoot, and he tried to touch it by the keeper. I don't know what he's doing there. And luckily enough, Templeton, who is going to be one of the players that we're going to have to replace him sooner rather than later. He is one of our better players. 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, 74 pace, which isn't a lot for a left mid, but it's enough. And he's got a good number of skills and a good number of stats behind him as we move into the next one. And you can see here, this is where I struggle with my defending. I'm pulling players out, and luckily enough for us, the keeper keeps us in it, and the keeper played fantastic in this game. He really couldn't have done much more for us, which is fantastic, because he's one of the players I'm going to need to bring in a second keeper for. We did sell a keeper in the last episode, but it was too good an offer to miss out on, which was silly enough for me. I don't know why I done it. I don't know why I put him up for sale. It was a silly move, as we managed to break it through with Martin, who hits the shot, and I keep this ball in, and I'm so glad I did. I actually wanted it to run out, and then as the players, it just didn't seem like it was going to go out. It was taking forever, and we pick out Callahan, who slots in the bottom corner for 2-0 up. Absolutely fantastic bit of play. Callahan just standing in acres of space, and there was no pressure on him even when they passed the ball to him. But he's got plenty of time to take a touch, open his body, and then slot it in the bottom corner. And what more can you ask for? Absolutely fantastic. Like I said, I was going to let that ball run out, but it just seemed to be taking forever, so I decided to keep it in. I'm so glad I did. But like I was saying, squad depth, we're going to be looking for left mids, maybe try and get rid of one of our strikers, maybe bring in another Cam, as Callahan has been fantastic for us so far in these pre-season matches, but he's the only Cam that we've got, so I feel like we need to bring someone else in. So I've got a Cam on my list, I've got a left mid on my list, I would like a right mid, preferably a left mid and right mid, like one that can play both sides. And possibly maybe another centre midfield or another keeper as well. So we have got a lot of squad depth that I'd like to fill out. I do like to start the series with a full bench with a couple of players. I like to have a B team. A full B team's worth of players, if you know what I mean. That means if both my centre halves gets injured, which is really unlucky for the keeper there, he palmed it straight back out and it just fell back to Callahan, who slots it in for his double, for his brace this episode. And I was really looking forward to Callahan getting a hat-trick after Anderson, off the back of Anderson getting a hat-trick in the last game, and he really looked up for it. He was in all the great positions the whole game, and you'll just need to stay tuned to see if he does get his hat-trick. But like I was saying, depth, I would really like to have like 2 more centre halves on the bench ready to go. It just comes down to budget, doesn't it? At the end of the day, we're going to need to sell some players and hopefully get some bargains for us, even if we have to sign some 17-18-year-olds at like 200-300 grand. That will hopefully develop into even fringe players. Just that I don't like being short. Is Callahan there, looking hungry, looking for his third goal, his hat-trick, and he stops the ball perfectly, cuts it back and just hits off the player. It's really unlucky. I think he ran out of legs, to be honest, at the end. You can see him, his stamina was dipping quite hefty. And I actually end up keeping him on for a wee bit too long, in my opinion, in this game, as the defence gets peeled apart. And the defence is definitely somewhere where I want a third defender that I feel like is going to do the business for us. One is great. Hamilton, who I couldn't remember his name in the last game, is absolutely fantastic for us. In the last episode, sorry. Is absolutely fantastic for us as we managed to clear it away, and that break to half time, and we managed to get the ball away there. If you've seen that quickly, we had a chance to go free, maybe 3-on-2, 3-on-1, depending on how you viewed it, and we gave the ball away, and I just couldn't seem to get the ball back. It's something I really struggle with is defence just dropping back, midfield dropping back. As you can see here, look at Dean Campbell the other side, he's left his man. And I don't know who it was that hit the shot, but he put it off target. Absolutely ridiculous. And no wonder he's absolutely praying. That's an absolute shocker of a shot from him. They should have been 3-1 here. That should have been the goal. As Doig gets the ball, whips it across to Callahan, who was looking hungry the whole game. And Smith hit the post. And I was really upset with Smith this game because he came off the back of a good few games for me. And he was the go-to man for me. I was giving the ball to him whenever I could. I was always looking for him as we break and we keep the ball alive. We get it out to Temple. We've got the same situation going on. Temple delivers it to Smith again, and he hits the keeper. The boy couldn't have done much more in this game. That was his 2 chances, and he missed both of them. And I felt really sorry for him because he had a great game in the last episode, and he is one that we're going to be keeping. He's a young boy, I think 20, maybe 21-year-old, as they create some space, tracking the run there. And we're going to keep the pressure up. You can see here I'm just putting lots of pressure on them as Campbell gets the ball here and slips the ball through to Callahan. And it's the 90th minute. I really was expecting him to break away and score, but as it was expected, it's the 90th minute. Someone's going to break away and score, and it would just so happen to be us. With Winter, who had fresh legs, and managed to run away for defence. It was a fantastic game. I really did struggle defensively, which highlighted some key facts for me. In terms of improving the team and improving the way that I have to manage and play with these players. As you can imagine, I'm having to go in and play with these players off the back of playing with players that are much higher rated. So this is the first time I've really went down and into this level, like a 1-star team, and worked my way up without a lot of money. So we can't just buy our way out of the situation. We're going to have to like sell and trade and develop, which is the whole point of this series. So that was the last kick of the game. Absolutely had a fantastic game, 4-0. They did have a good few chances if you think back. The keeper kept us in it. Like I said, he had a fantastic game. And one thing I always recommend you do is go and have a look at the player ratings. It's what I do to sort of highlight where I think we could improve. One of which was my cam. I didn't have another cam, so I was like, cam and centre half was the two that were on my mind. And we come out of this one here and notice that we're going to be playing against that team there, and I really couldn't tell you the name of them. I wouldn't even like to try because I mispronounce it, and I don't feel like being stupid today as we take them on in the final. And we managed to sell one of our players, which gave us a wee bit of money. And Leon King from Rangers, 54 rated. He is a bit young at 16-year-old and a bit low rated at 54. But you're going to need to check us out in the next episode to see if we actually get him. All I can say is we managed to agree terms with Steven Gerrard, who looks a wee bit funny there. It's a funny looking Steven Gerrard, isn't it? So if you like this episode, you might give us a wee like and subscribe, and a wee like and a follow if it's Facebook. And check out the next episode where we're going to hopefully get Leon King. Bye!